Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution episode 1518. Today's going to be a short one because we're really late and I've got a lot of shit to do. So, good morning. As you can see behind me, it's just an absolute shit show behind me as well. I did another eBay live yesterday. Successful. Not as successful as Saturday night, Sunday night, during the day. But if you would have told me you'd sell this amount at 10 a.m. on a Wednesday, I would have been like, hell yes, sign me up. But then after seeing what stuff goes for on in prime time most nights, it's like, wow, this is kind of I got to save the good stuff. So, which is why I like playing around with different time slots. And it gives me an idea, okay, what do I sell here? What don't I sell here? And, I'm not going to put Caleb Williams Prism rookie on at 10 a.m. Maybe. But I'll save Caitlin Clark Prism. I was not going to put a Caitlin Clark Prism rookie up. I'll save that for Saturday night or Sunday night. So, but I can get rid of, and kind of what I went to doing yesterday is like, I didn't want to put like the $10 and up cards on, but I also didn't want to sell stuff for $1 and $2 and be like, okay, I just spent 3 hours to make $300. So did 10 card lots, and I'm moving 10 of those lots, which my investment in those cards are pennies. Yeah, turning pennies into $1 or $2 is nice, but when you can turn a nickel or a dime into a $5 bill, even better. So I think that's kind of going to be my strategy moving forward. And part of what I bought the other night in the bulk buy was he was doing mystery packs, and there were good stuff in there. So, and he had a good price. I don't know how many cards were in each pack, at least 50. And it was only $10. So he was selling these on eBay for $10. You're guaranteed an auto, and then a bunch of other, and it was basically like all prospects and rookies, which is a great idea. I mean, you can move bulk. And, I don't think he sold that many, maybe a dozen, but still. And I'm going through like each pack. I'm like, there's like good stuff. I'm pulling stuff like I can sell this as a single on eBay Live and make $5 as a single. So I pulled a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff's going to go in basically a bulk box or maybe a quarter box if I do a quarter boxes again at a show. And then the autos, and I paid $2 per pack. And I think there were 20. Was there 20? Yeah, because I paid $40, I think. So there's like 21 packs. So, I'll basically make $2 plus on the autos, and then everything else is gravy. And I put together, and then also the stuff that I didn't want to sell as singles. There's other stuff like a Topps base Cal Raleigh rookie, which I could probably sell for a few bucks on eBay Live. But I'll put some of those in the 10 card lots. And so I've got 10 card lots that we'll experiment with. I'll probably put some on in prime time just because I have so many. But I'll save a lot of that stuff for my daytime streams where the rooms, there's a lot less people in the room. Some stuff still sells for more than what you would think it would, but not near as what it sells for especially on Sunday night. I am late this morning. We're going to make it a quickie. I'm going to aim for less than 30 minutes. I want to get out of here by less than 30 minutes because I'd like to get out of here by 9:45 to take Ernie to school. So I'll just make it quick. No, name that player today. I know, no name that player. My hobby evolution schedule is just not stable anymore. And it's not because the coffee maker's slow. It's not because the internet sucks. It's not because my computer's slow. It's not because of it's kind of because of Ernie. He's partially to blame this morning. He's got a new shit routine, and it's the shits. Yeah, the last couple nights he's been waking up like between 3 and 4 a.m. to take a dump, and then again at like 5 a.m. So this morning it was 4 and 5:30. So I was tasked with both poop runs for Ernie this morning, and we didn't get home till after 11. We went and I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, but we went to see Wicked last night. We were driving down, and my wife was like, "Are you excited to see Wicked?" And I said, "I'm just excited to get out of the house." And she goes, "I'm excited for you to get out of the house too, because I don't often, unless it's for a card show, I don't often, or the post office or doggy daycare. Uh, I don't often leave the house. So it was nice to get out, put some pants on, put some jeans on, and take in Wicked. It was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it, and we actually on the drive home we were considering like getting season tickets for it's the Overture Center here in Madison. Because they have some good their I think their 25-26 season like is coming up. So I think it's like July to July or something. I don't know. But so one thing that really it's like I want to go see it. Unfortunately, it's like the week that I'm usually at spring training. So I may adjust my spring training schedule. Who would have thought? Who am I? Scheduling around a Broadway. Back to the Future musical is coming. Like the second week of March, which is I was looking. I just randomly picked like a Tuesday because you buy season tickets based on the night, obviously, because some Saturday is going to be more expensive. So I picked Tuesday. I'm like, I'd rather spend a Tuesday night instead of a Saturday night. So looked at Tuesday night. It's like Tuesday, March 10th, and I'm like that's when that's probably like if I were to schedule my flight now for spring training, I would fly out Tuesday, March 10th. Like literally that's when I always go to spring training, Tuesday to Wednesday. So it would be like Tuesday, March 10th to Wednesday, March 18th. So we'll see. The exception was, this year was an exception because of the Japan series. So I went early. Of course, a couple of years ago, I went later because of the lockout. So I guess it's not always set in stone. So it was good. It was good. I did not know. I haven't seen the movie. I haven't read the books. Like the only thing I know about this world is the Wizard of Oz. And I remember reading like, because I know there's multiple books. And maybe I read one like as a kid. I don't, but the only story I know is the Wizard of Oz. So I thought it was neat. They did tie in, and I'm sure this is like it in the movie, but so I'm interested in seeing the movie, and I guess the movie is only the first act, so there's two acts, and I guess the movie that's out now is only based on the first act, and so there's a movie coming out around Christmas that is on the second act. So sometimes I like going in flying blind. Yeah, spoiler alert for what's going to happen. It was a nice twist. It was a nice twist. It's a good twist on like, because I like this sort of, so I think I liked it because of the twists and like I like the worlds colliding. The Wizard of Oz collides with this Wicked. So I liked that where, one person turns into the Tin Man and one person, and all because of the story, and I don't know the lineage of these different books, but I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. It was funny. And it was entertaining. I enjoyed it. It was nice to leave the basement. So I really want to see what this Back to the Future musical, because Back to the Future is one of my all-time favorite movies. Like if I had a top, Back to the Future is probably, it's hard for me to name a favorite movie. Back to the Future and the whole series, because again, kind of like, what I just mentioned with Wicked and Wizard of Oz, how it ties things together, Back to the Future, the three movies also do that. And I like the time travel aspect and that sort of thing. So, and of course it's an 80s movie, and like all 80s movies are awesome for the most part. So I'm curious to see what a Back to the Future movie would be, or a Back to the Future Broadway would be. And then the Book of Mormon, which I've never seen, that's coming again. That comes like every year. Can't remember what else. Beauty and the Beast, which wouldn't really interest me. Another one I wasn't familiar with. I think there's 6 shows. Back to the Future, Book of Mormon, something for elephants, maybe. That was the one I wasn't familiar with. Beauty and the Beast. There's 2 others that I don't know, but yeah, it was fun. Did eBay Live, as I mentioned. You know what else I did yesterday? I got my national map. We're less than 3 weeks out now. I think we're at 20 days. We haven't seen Bargain Boxer in a while, so I'm not sure the exact countdown. I think it's at 20 days. So I got 3 different vendors that I will hit first. Well, if I get to actually, Water for Elephants, thank you. That's that was the one I was thinking of. I'll probably only be able to hit 2 vendors on Wednesday. The Singles Club is my first stop, booths 2507 and 2606. And then Jennings, which has good bargain boxes. 2 years ago in Chicago, those were the only 2 booths I hit on Wednesday. And in fact, I couldn't even finish at Jennings. I think I went back on Thursday because I wasn't able to finish. And then Dell, who passed away a couple months ago, unfortunately, he does have a booth. His name is on the list. It's whoever's setting up is a different name. I don't know if it's his stuff somebody's setting up for him, but I saw his name, so that'll be a booth that I will stop by just to see if it's Dell's stuff. Rest in peace. So that's kind of my plan of attack. Obviously, more and more national content on YouTube. The excitement is nearing. I don't know if I talked about this, but my strategy, like Wednesday, my strategy is just boom, get to Singles Club, spend as much time as I need to there, and then hit Jennings, spend as much time as I can there. And then Thursday again is look out for bargain boxes, and just sniff those out. I should have made note of who I bought from. I bought a whole 4-row box of like autos last year, and I need to figure out what that booth was. So that's Thursday is going to be another. I think I hear the little poop monster. Hey, poop monster! So that's my plan of attack. And then Friday, Cubs game. Saturday, looking for sniffing out some deals. I was able to get some great deals 2 years ago on Saturday. And then Sunday, I'm not sure what Sunday will hold. We'll see what Sunday brings. We'll do a get together, Shoeless Joe's Saturday night. So I've got Wednesday night. I've got an eBay event. Thursday night, I'm going to go on eBay Live from my hotel. Friday night will be Cubs Day, Cubs game. And then so Saturday night's my only free night. Saturday night we'll get together. So if you can, stop on by Shoeless Joe's just down the street after the National, and we'll just hang out, kind of like we did if you were there 2 years ago. We'll just do the same, and hopefully hopefully they have a different band. And maybe we should just start on the patio instead of right at the stage like we did last year. So look forward to it. Let's go to the chat. I'm going to wrap things up early. We got to get Ernie to school. I've got to get more shipping done. Kevin's in the house. Good morning, Lakeland. Philly Joe is here. Good morning. Zach and Porter says, my heart is in this show every morning. Can you say the same? No, I can't. My heart is not in this show every morning. Like today, it's just not in it. You are watching the clock like a politician at a funeral. I need you. We need you. Thank you. Philly Joe saw Wicked on Broadway, A+. Jason's in the house. What's going on? We're just not important anymore. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. Spoiler alert, says Zach. Found treasures in the house. Good morning. Pulp Fiction was on the Miramax channel last night. I spent time explaining to Porter how amazing it was. I spent time arguing with my wife that today that I should have gotten the Oscar, that it should have gotten the Oscar over Gump. So I disagree with that. I'm not a big Pulp Fiction guy. Funny you mentioned that. So buddy of mine, John Lieber, let's see. So John and his wife are travel agents, and so they do some fun interactive things on their page. And it always pops up. Let's see. But they had a pick. Oh, that's his. Where are we at? All right. Anyway, it was like pick your movie night. Damn, I wish I could find it. I'm in the group, but I don't know. Is this it? No, it's a different. Huh. Isn't it great how it's so hard to find things we're looking for? Now, the next time I open Facebook, it's going to be like first on. Anyway, I just saw it this morning. It was pick your 90s movie night. And it's one of those where it's like you pick from, you choose from 5 different, this one was 5 different potato chips, 5 different sodas or pops, however you choose to say it, and 5 different movies. And I think that was it. But Pulp Fiction was one, and the movie sucked. Like the movie selection sucked. So my potato was like Lay's, Doritos, Pringles, and I can't remember what the other one was for chips. And it's like probably if I were in the 90s, it would be Doritos. My pop would have been Mountain Dew, but Mountain Dew wasn't on the list, but Surge was. So Surge definitely gets the nod there. Pepsi, Coke, Surge, and something else. And then I think there were 4 options. Movies were Pulp Fiction was on there, Home Alone 2, and some other random movies. And none of them, like, this is a shitty, for me in the 90s, this is a shitty movie. And really me today, like, I'd be like, I don't know what, I don't eat many potato. Like I would want like nacho chips to Tostitos or something. Because I don't eat Doritos, I don't eat Lay's, I don't eat Pringles, I don't drink much pop, but I'd choose Pepsi. And then the movies, it's like, well, in the 90s it would have been Home Alone 2, but today it's like none of those movies. It's like maybe even Home Alone 2. Now, I wish I could find it because me trying to remember it when I was half asleep, not good. Water for Elephants, that's also coming to the Overture. Dat Dude says, what's up, guys? I am getting a Twilight Zone feel here, delaying spring training for plays. I know, isn't it? Yeah, we'll see. Happy Friday, Peter. And it wasn't like something that it's not like we're going to put money down right now. And we probably, we get busy. And it's a lot of money to commit to. Especially if you want, we had really good seats last night. We were 3rd row, and I've never even been down on like floor level at the Overture. Usually because I've been to a few things. I think the closest we were on, like, it was basically like the balcony in the middle, like middle balcony, which was a good spot. But I've been like way up and like where it's like straight up, and I was like getting nauseous. I'm not good with heights. Max says family sisters setting up his booth to my knowledge. Okay, that's kind of what I figured it was. It was probably his stuff with family setting up the cards. Dell was one of the greatest dealers this state has ever seen. I agree. Dell was, I mean, and just not even with just what he had, but just he himself was an awesome guy. The fact that the Oak Creek Show didn't put a sign up or anything about his passing is a crime. Tony did do a nice write up on his blog, honoring, and we lost another dealer that was, and he set up a couple times in Madison. But he was Tony's like right hand dealer. They did all the shows together, Chicago, Strongsville. His name was Dave McDaniel, and he just passed away just a couple weeks ago. It just sucks to lose some of these guys that we see out and about all the time. Zach says, Max, where can I find out the location for that booth at the National? Is there a vendor map so I can support his family? There is a vendor map. Dell is booth 300 and 302. And if you go to the National website, there is a map. There's like an interactive map. And so check out the National website. In fact, I have the page. Here's the dealer list. Interactive map. I could probably share it here. Oh, here we go. So here's the escalators, the main lobby. So this would be like the main entrance straight ahead over here. And I'm assuming he's in a similar spot. Where was Dell up here? Back corner. Okay, so he's in the same spots. So 300 and 302. So he's like back corner. 200 and 202, these were like these are like quarter boxes. Dell was right here. These are all quarter boxes too. So you're Dell. There you go. So really easy to get to. Take the escalators down, go straight, go all the way back, and you'll run right into his booth. 300 and 302. All right. Where are we at? Rock Latex in the house. Shawshank is better than both Pulp Fiction and Forrest Gump. See, if I were to rank, I would rank Forrest Gump 1, Shawshank 2, Pulp Fiction 3. I'm not a Pulp Fiction fan. I do like Shawshank. There's the dealer list. It's under Susan Johansson. Dad Dude says season ticks can spoil you because you get first 2 rows. I had them for a concert venue here locally and was dead center, second row. Now I pay up for better seats. Yeah, last night definitely spoiled me. It's like, I don't want to go back up there anymore. I want to be down here. All right. I'm going to get going. We got to get Ernie to school. I got to get some shipping done. Have a wonderful day. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. eBay Live, I'll be back on eBay Live tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central for eBay Saturday Night Live. Sunday Night Singles, I'll be on at 7 p.m. Central on Sunday night. So hope to see you in eBay Live this weekend. Anything else going on? I don't think so. So have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend if I don't see you. I will be on live tomorrow morning here on Hobby Evolution. I don't know what time, but we will go live tomorrow morning on Hobby Evolution. Rich, I don't know if there's a hobby hotline tomorrow or not. I didn't know there was one last week, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's hobby hotline. And then I think it's like the first and third Saturday of each month, except for this month where it's the second and fourth, and I have no idea when it's on. So there might be hobby hotline tomorrow. There might not be. Rich says no hobby hotline first and third weeks. I don't even know what day it is, let alone what number week it is. So except for August with it right. So you got to have formulas and equations on a chalkboard to figure out the time, kind of like this show. It's like, what time does he go on at 7 or does he go on at 9:30? We never know. It's just on. So that's kind of how I take Hobby Hotline now. It's like, okay, if I see it, I watch it, but I'm never watching live because I never know when the first and third Saturday is. All right. Just kind of like many of you probably don't know what time I start. Very much. Yeah, we're much the same. We just don't have a schedule. We're just going to go on when we go on. If you watch it, you watch it. If you don't, you don't. That's the new slogan for Hobby Evolution. If you watch it, you watch it. If you don't, you don't. I don't know what time we're going on. All right. Have a wonderful day. Like and subscribe. See you tomorrow at some point. I will be on tomorrow. I just don't know what time. So I might see you. I might not. Have a good one.